Hey guys, how are you? So this video is gonna be a full face of makeup with first impressions. So that way I don't have to haul my products and then do a face of makeup. I'm still gonna film a haul because I have a tons of new products. But I wanted you guys to see how I put them in action and to see my first reaction to them, if I love them or if I don't. It was a really successful first impressions video. I do my research before I buy products, and some I don't, but I'm a lucky girl, what can I say? There's only one product here that I didn't love, I think. Most of them, they're amazing products and you're gonna love them. I'm gonna link everything down below, and if you wanna see how I got this look using products for the first time, then just keep on watching. For first impression, I just applied this one, and this is the Shiseido Synchro Skin Lasting Liquid Foundation. It's oil-free, SPF 20, it's super liquidy, and I love the coverage because I already used it on New Year's Eve and it lasted for about 8 to 10 hours. It's the only foundation I've had so far that doesn't let my oils come through in my nose, which is my problem area. So I'm obsessed with it. I love that the finish of it, it's normal. It's a natural finish, it's not a dewy finish, and it's not a matte finish. You can see that my glowiness can come through. So I'm gonna use the Eye Sculpt by Rodial, and this is in the color 00. It's a moussey type of product. It says apply to eyelids with an eyeshadow brush and build color to level desired. Use with an eyeshadow sculpting brush to define and sculpt the eye shape. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab my Luxie 231 brush. Blend super easy. You guys see? I didn't even blend it that much. So I think this would be really good for a no makeup day. I'm impressed. To be honest, I wasn't expecting much from this product. So I'm gonna just use it as an all over eye base. And you can see that it gives depth to the eye. Okay, I love this product already. I know I'm gonna be using it up. Okay, so recently Covergirl and Influenster sent me a PR package. It's to give a review on the Covergirl Outlast All Day line. A foundation, but it's too dark, so I'm gonna just use it to contour or to bronze my face. And they sent me a concealer, which I'm gonna try and use now, a couple lipsticks. So yeah, I'm excited to try this because I've never tried anything from Covergirl actually. I think a powder, but that's it. So the first thing I'm gonna use, it's the concealer. I'm gonna see if the shade works for me. It says that it's in the color 850, and that's a medium to deep color. So the concealer looks like this. It's pretty packaging. It says here that it's supposed to give you a flawless all day matte coverage. It can work. If not, I'm gonna mix it with something else. It's a little pinky for my taste, but I can make it work. And I think the shade is good for color correcting, because it's not gonna brighten my under eye, that's for sure. And I'm gonna blend it with my beauty sponge. Okay, so it's easy to blend, but the color is definitely too much like my foundation for me to love it, because it doesn't look like I have concealer on, and the coverage on my under eyes a no-go for me. It may color correct a little bit, but it doesn't give you a full coverage like it says on the little paper. See that it didn't really cover my pimple? It still looks red. So the red is peeking through. That shouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen with my Tarte Shape Tape or my NARS Radiant Creamy. Okay, so far the concealer, I'm not impressed. But I can try it more. And maybe it's good if you like a lightweight concealer. Okay, so before I set my face, I'm gonna go in with my NARS Custard. I'm not gonna film that because this is not a first impression. But I wanna lighten my under eye and the middle of my face, like I usually do. Yes, so this is what I call a full coverage concealer, for sure. And that covered the redness from my pimple. You can still see the texture, but there's nothing you can do about texture if this is the first day of the pimple, so I don't expect it to look smaller all of a sudden. Okay, but now that my under eyes look decent, thanks to my beautiful NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, I'm gonna go in with the Giorgio Armani foundation. Color that I got is the 6.5 because they said that it ran a little bit lighter than the liquid foundation, and I have that one in shade 4. I think this would be a good match. If not, then I'll look darker, and who cares? It's just a first impressions video. I'm gonna use my favorite brush. This is the Goss 00 brush. Okay, so this is a little bit darker than what I was expecting, but I don't care because I can just make my neck bronzy. But people were saying that it was super sheer, and to be honest, I was expecting it to be more sheer than this. So I'm actually impressed with it, and I love the texture, and it gives like a airbrush feel to the skin. It feels super soft on the skin. It doesn't look like I have powder on my face. That's what I was looking for. It doesn't look like I have powder on my face, so this is why every person that has dry skin loves this powder. I can tell I'm gonna already love it. I'm not a powder person, like a color powder person. I bought this for a reason. Jaclyn Hill loves it. I think it's Kathleen Lights loves it too. It's just an amazing powder. People were talking about it on their 2016 favorites a lot, and I got it last year on Black Friday and I haven't used it, so now it's the time to pull it out and just start using it and playing with it. Okay, so for bronzer, Becca Multitasking powder in the color tan, and this is supposed to be a really yellow powder, but they say that Becca came out with like 10,000 shades and that it has a lot of pigmentation, so I wanted to try it, and Becca has never failed me. So this is the color of it. I want to see how it looks on the skin. Oh, okay, I love it. It blends like it's nothing. So finely milled and so pretty. It's a nice shade. And what I like about having a huge shade range is that anyone can use it and you can find it even if you're extra dark or extra light. I love when companies cater to every type of skin and every skin tone. It's really nice and it's buildable, so you can go from little to more. I'm gonna try and build it up so you guys can see how it builds. And you barely need anything. It's just a gray powder. You know, this is so lightweight that I would love to buy one for my under eyes. I like that this looks as if I was blending my foundation and all of a sudden the contour was just there. It looks like I have no powder on top of my foundation with the Giorgio Armani, and then this blends beautifully. It doesn't look like powder at all. So for contouring, this is the Kevyn Aucoin, the contour palette 4-in-1 essentials. I love Kevyn Aucoin. I've said this before in my channel. He's an inspiration for me, and he is one of the reasons why I started loving makeup, because my mom would buy the books. I would just sit on the floor after coming from school and just playing with my mom's makeup while watching the book and trying to recreate his looks. I was nowhere near being as brilliant as he was, but I started loving him because of it. I was dying to try the Sculpt powder in medium, so I bought the one in light. This comes with the medium one. I'm gonna show you both, but the entire palette, it's amazing. If you can get your hands on it, it was like 50 something dollars, but they have it on sale at Sephora. That's why I got it. It was 36 bucks, and you're never gonna go through powders. So I'm gonna just contour with the medium shade, and to be extra, I'm gonna warm up my face with the Desert Nights bronzer. So this is the contour shade, and this is the bronzer shade. This is a highlight, and that's a blush. They're so finely milled and so amazing, and you can see the color is not too gray and not too warm. You can see it right there. It creates the perfect shadow. I love it. This is by far the best contour shade I've ever used, and the best formula too. And now I'm gonna go in with the Desert Nights bronzer, and this is super warm. If you compare it to the Becca that I just put in, that one is yellowy, so you can see it. It looks super natural, but this one, you'll see how warm it looks without being orange. It's just beautiful. Okay, so it's a little orange. You know Give Me Sun, which is a popular shade from MAC. This is like Give Me Sun with way better formula. That's my opinion. I'm gonna go in with Starlight from the same palette and my NARS brush. And when I first saw this shade, I thought it was gonna be super light, but you can see it here how it picks the light. It doesn't look like much, but when you catch the light, it's just stunning. So beautiful. And then for blush, I'm gonna grab the blush Aurora, which is this one from the same palette. You can see how powdery they are when you put the brush on them, but that's what makes them super blendable and pigmented. So you always tap off the excess and then go in with the blush. So far this palette, it's gonna be in my January favorites. I know this for sure. It's an amazing palette. I highly recommend you getting the entire palette, or if you don't want the palette, then I would recommend to get the sculpting shades. If you're lighter than me, the light one, you're gonna see it using it on my nose, but if not, the medium one, it's just perfection. And they have a deeper one as well. So for the eyes, I did a review in Spanish and I did a tutorial in Spanish with my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. So it's not a first impression, but I've used it just like 4 times. So it's a new product for me. I'm not obsessed with the formula, but I think it's super buildable and they're super nice and blendable. Pigmented enough. They're not extra pigmented as the Anastasia ones. They don't have that much fallout as the Anastasia ones. I find them to be really good eyeshadows, and I love the shades. So I'm gonna do a simple eye look. It's just gonna be using the shade Just Peachy and Luscious in the middle, and I've been doing that a lot. I love how it looks on the eyes, and I think it's simple and nice. And then I'm gonna grab Luscious with my finger and I'm gonna put it in the middle of the eye. I love doing this, and now I love the no liner look. I don't know. I just go through phases, like every 2 weeks I change what I love or what I wanna do with my makeup. And I think that's a good thing, and I love that about makeup. That's why I love that it's not tattooed. It's just whatever you feel like in the moment is what you do. So this is the light shade from the Kevyn Aucoin one. I'm gonna just use my Eater brush a tiny little bit, and I bought this specifically for my nose contour. When you do nose contour, it's a thing that you don't want it to look extra dark. So that's why I bought this shade, and it's also the same concept as the medium shade. It's not super warm or super cool, but it's cooler than warmer for sure. And it just looks like a shadow, and that for me is the most important thing. Another thing that I wanted to try out, and I've been dying to just try it, it's the Wayne Goss 05 brush. This is a pencil brush, so I'm gonna just grab the same colors, the Just Peachy one, and just put it all over my lower lash line. If you hear stuff, it's just started playing with a toy. So this brush is so soft that you can barely feel it. And I love the way it grabs a lot of pigment. It doesn't let the eyeshadow look sheer, it looks super pigmented. And then with the same brush, I'm gonna grab Luscious again, and I'm gonna put it on my inner corner as an inner corner highlight. See, it even looks more pigmented than with my finger. It looks extra metallic. I love that about this brush. Okay, so before I put mascara on my lashes, I'm gonna show you guys what I got. You guys know that White Russian was in my 2016 favorites. So I got this set. It was a $59 set, but I got it on sale for 36 bucks. And it has 14 shades, and it has the lip polishes, the lip creams, liquid lipsticks. I love that they're super minty, so we're gonna try one out. I wanna try liquid lip and then lip polish on top. Okay, so the liquid lip I'm gonna try, it's called Centerfold. They come in this cute packaging. It's ombre effect from black to the color. They look moussey like all liquid lips do. So far I like it. I love the color. And then on top of that, I'm gonna put Sandy, and this is a full-on lip polish. And to finish up, to buff my makeup, I'm gonna use the Covergirl Outlast All Day and a dual fiber brush and just blend everything and buff everything into my skin. I feel that this technique makes such a difference in the end result of your makeup, but I still prefer my Hourglass one, which is luminous. But this one, if you're super oily, gives you a matte finish, but it's still, everything is blended and pretty. If you like buffing your makeup and you want a cheaper product, but still make your makeup look buff to perfection, then you can go with the Covergirl Outlast, because I think it's a really nice product. Yeah guys, this is the entire look finished. I hope you enjoy watching me play with new makeup. Let me know what product you want to buy from the ones that I showed you, and what products you've already tried and love. I love a lot of the products. I gotta say that my favorites are the Giorgio Armani foundation. I'm loving the lip polish by Buxom, but you guys know that because White Russian was my all-time favorite lip gloss for 2016. I'm also obsessed with the Kevyn Aucoin palette. So yeah guys, that was my full face of first impressions. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe if you haven't already. I post a lot of videos in English and Spanish, so whatever you want to see, you can leave it in the comments down below. I always check my comments and I always reply. Don't forget to follow me on my social media, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter. And also give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit the little bell next to the subscribe button, because YouTube changed the rules. It happens. Yeah guys, I hope to see you soon. Bye. Love you.